OKFM 101.7.
Nayani Honorable Alhaji Inusah Fuseini, and former MP for Tamale Central, former Minister Roads and Highways, former Minister Lands and Natural Resources. Honorable Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
That is saying,
Efisha Pao.
I think come to you, Efisha Sena, and Kwani and Wadni Wahona Allah, and my BBI, Pepe. Ami. Asama esi wo Tamale ebra NDC for a meeting na vice chairman ebowura mu na wakoto share regional treasurer so me ba jo esi wo wanim.
No, ensi me name. Ensi wo me name.
Na utre ni saying.
Oh, na me wo on the ground. Na me campaigning in a constituency, an adjoining constituency.
Okay.
Were campaign grounds, and then we heard the news that vice chairman was meeting a meeting that regional executive committee a meeting, and the vice chairman came there assaulted the treasurer.
Now, the uti vice chairman, well, he's not supposed to be in the meeting.
Yeah, he was supposed to be in the meeting, so it came to us as a surprise. You who was not in the meeting, have the meeting once now, then you went straight for a treasurer, who is a woman, and assaulted her. It came to us as a surprise.
Okay. Now, no, see grounds for his actions near thing.
What could be justification for that?
Sure.
There could never have been a justification for that. First of all, a meeting. So, Marco meeting, one meeting, one meeting. It is not matters that they were discussing at the meeting that generated some heated argument. No, one. So, what justification can you give for that? How can you rationalize that? So, who was personal beef with the treasurer? You settle it outside a formal meeting arrangement. You don't settle it in the meeting.
Mm-hmm.
That's marks of serious indiscipline on the part of the vice chairman.
Now, Mami show executives now more one more menasipobi are they loggerheads with each other. And now say Sambia yet say we see Yera Haruna Idrisu Honorable one John Dramani Mahama and in Tina and in the Muna Kofa Sansim Seminar by Pato. What is Sansim will be?
No, every say this year 2024, this year election year, into year stakeholders in the northern region, meeting before the meeting, engaging other stakeholders for us to come out with a consensus. At the effort in the northern region. So we met on the 5th of January. A stakeholder engagement was on the 5th of January. In the meeting, we decided that now there were things that were discussed. And these follow-ups were, but every say regional executives normal elected to manage the region for 4 years. Regional executives no omunko share and discussing ways of implementing the follow-ups. Inti omunkwa no omukoye to take the matter, the decisions of the stakeholder committee, any what the party has decided that they will do, marry them together and come out with implementable steps, actionable steps, so that in our campaign it may implement it. So that was what they were doing.
Now, so big say a national chairman of the NDC by the northern regions, na a reconciliatory talk, and our buyer. Nature say all is not well within the party.
It was not any reconciliation talks.
Okay.
Who was reconciling what? Yeah, stakeholder meeting.
Okay.
And then to Nikasaye, the chairman spoke, the national chairman spoke, the regional chairman spoke, lawyer Mumuni, who was at the meeting, spoke.
Okay.
The Keda Corps spoke. The former there was another former minister who spoke. Then the regional secretary presented the scenario, the state of the constituencies as at that date, 6th January 2024, and then zeroed in on 2 constituencies to show us the dynamics. And they organized the buy say, looking at the dynamics and the state of the constituencies, these are things that they want to do. And so then there was an open forum. Then everybody added his voice. Okay, and then we closed the meeting. So I did the Omukaya and the speeches that were made gave rise to what the regional executives must do. Omunko uncle here I did the Yeka and reduce them to actionable steps to be implemented. So and no meeting no Mukoye, the vice president, a vice chairman, Ekobu treasurer.
okayfm.
So there are 2 things. When I read the newspapers, I get an impression that they are confusing 2 things.
Okay.
There are 2 things. 2 meetings occurred.
Okay.
One on the 5th and another a week after, 13th.
And an incident in the 13th.
13th.
Now, Bakuna is seeing, and no, did it give rise to the suit on the 13th?
No, because 13th, no vice chairman, or limited, no.
Okay. Now, one man, at the end of the year, what me a bow room about to set treasure because I now a big friend can be chair on phone.
Oh, the devil himself has no capacity of knowing what is in the mind of a person. Anna,
Debbie,
only that I know that young party, young Kuno, is regulated by rules. Now, rules are subservient to the rules of the country, the laws of the country. Inti uko bu obi with a justifiable cause. It infringes the laws of the country. Also infringes the laws of our party, the NDC. And so, we are national executive, and our regional executive, and our constituency executive, and our branch executive. When you are standing for elections and win the elections, in swearing you into office, one of the cardinal statements in your oath of office, you abide by the constitution and the laws of the party and Ghana. And so, by abiding by the laws of Ghana and the laws of the constitution of the NDC means to respect each other.
Okay.
I can imagine how a regional vice chairman can pounce on another regional executive committee member in a formal meeting like that. Mean to me, it's just that such conduct is condemnable to the highest degree.
Now, yes, I'm suspended. And let me friend national chairman. Emma Oka so almost suspended in 3 months.
So that's it. Because we can't relate that action. Especially when we were meeting to see how to plan to execute our campaign for 2024 elections. You can't. It draws us back. It draws us back.
Okay.
And no party would relate that.
Sure. Now, on the way, say more campaign up north. Any chances at saying because now I'm on for say no MBB for Swakoyi northern brother and a Muslim. Intino not just say the battle lines are drawn. So now see more chances 2024 election north.
Well, so you say MBB for Akoyi Northern. In fact, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Kasa in campaigning to win the MPP flag bearership, or campaigning on 3 grounds: 1, or a Muslim; 2, or a Northerner; 3, on the NDC force. So we are aware of that. Now, but we are also aware, apart from Northeast region, in the presidential elections, MPP beat NDC in the presidential elections, except that in the parliamentary elections, MPP appreciated in 1992 in the northern region as then constituted. The MPP had only 3 seats, and then northern region. If you take the northern region as at then, almost 16 seats, and so we have to work to see how to reverse the growing influence of MPP in the northern region. And see, that was what we're talking about.
Sir, over Ghana, do you see power coming to you?
Well, the campaign 2024 will be on issues. Will be on issues. Will not be on North Now or MPP. It will be on issues. That should convince us to return them to power. It's not MPP ND2. It's the Constitution says that the government comes to create equality of opportunities and prosperity in the country. In the last 8 years, MPP are creating prosperity. In the last 7 years, MPP are creating equality of opportunities. That is what the Constitution is saying. Take the preamble of the Constitution. Now we are in unprecedented difficulties. The country is being run on steroids. The other thing is steroids. No government borrows on short-term instruments to run the country. But Minister of Finance, borrow from T-bills, treasury bills to run the country. And at an interest rate of 30-something%. Now, if government is borrowing at 30-something%, the private sector, at what rate will they borrow?
I know bad thing. Near 38 to 40.
40%. And one private sector almost normally the engine of growth. And it's a private sector borrowing at the higher rate. How can they expand? Does it come to you a little surprise there? Most of private sector institutions and enterprises are closing down because they can get access to funding to be able to create the needed jobs. And young one was the young in the society are crying for jobs because the private sector is not expanding. It's not creating the jobs. Indeed, when we say we are campaigning on issues, we are campaigning on the basis of the record of the MPP. Now, like I said again, young constitution in the preamble prescribes what a government must do. Create prosperity and equality of opportunities. And I think when you take the scorecard of the MPP, that's why we are confident there. The people of Ghana will not be swayed by the rhetorics they are almost swaying in 2016. The reality check is here. And the reality check is not in favor of MPP.
Wow. And Alaji, that's the pioneer saying why?
And that's it.
That's it. Bye.
Bye.
Honorable Alhaji Inusah Fuseini, former MP for Tamale Central, former Minister Roads and Highways, former Minister Lands and Natural Resources. Yamesona Yemra Yeba,
okayfm 101.7.